Hi everyone, so welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be our second video, okay, in the analog talk. I released my first video and I got around, more than 100 people at least watched that video, right? So I got excited more and more, right? So I just want these videos should reach, should reach to maximum people, okay, those who are fascinated about circuits and want to learn circuits from very experienced guy, okay. So in this video I'm not going to make any sort of announcement, I'm just going to make I'm just going to answer one of the very important question, right? That question has been asked by many students, okay, during my teaching tenure, right? Since I started teaching, okay, so it's been around decade, okay, 1 decade I have spent on the earth of teaching, right? So I have been teaching, computer science, data science, and electronics and communication, electrical engineering, lot of mathematics, I have been fascinated with the circuits, okay. So my digression was also, from the past 4 to 5 years, I was into, you can say, mathematics and computing, as well as computer science and data science and AI. But now, as I promise for this YouTube channel, for aspirant those who are crazy about circuits, I'm going to announce very soon the dates that I'm going to start basic electrical engineering as well as analog circuit design, okay, so that you guys can crack your placements, as well as this is going to benefit for your gate preparation. Though I have a complete course for gate electronics and communication, electrical engineering and instrumentation, computer science, data sciences, computer sciences. But for in this YouTube channel, I'm just going to guide you for electrical, electronics and instrumentation. Okay. And other branch of engineering also, they can reach out to me. But what you have to do here is I just want to answer one question. Okay, that question was asked by many students. So this video you have to watch from very start to end, right? So the question was, Dheeraj sir, can you list down some of your favorite professor of all time? I mean, particularly related to circuits as well as analog circuit. I will discuss other professors' name as well for other subjects, okay, related to electronics and communication. But as of now, I'm just going to answer one of very important question, right? And why I'm answering this question is because uh, you have to follow me, no doubt. Okay, you have to follow me for basic electrical circuits. You have to follow me for improvising your problem solving skills, right? And you have to follow me to so that you can digest the concept nicely and very easily. But I'm just going to tell you some of my favorite list of professors, those I have followed them, okay, throughout my career, okay, from the past 10 years I have been following them. And one of the professor I also had a chat on call as well, okay, so I will tell his name as well. So the very first time, when I was exposed to internet, right, and this YouTube channel and all in the year of 2011. Okay, those days we had no internet access. In fact, I had no laptop as well. I had no laptop till 2016. You might wonder, oh my God, Dheeraj sir had no laptop till 2016. Then how did he manage to crack gate? How did he manage to learn various things, right? And he talks about computer science and data sciences. Okay, so the thing is, yes, I had no laptop, but yeah, there was my friend. Okay, his name is Rohit. Okay, so in the initial days, he helped me a lot, right? When he used to sleep, okay, so I used to use his laptop in the night. Okay, when I was in Hyderabad. Okay, after finishing my graduation, I moved to Hyderabad. Okay, so the reason is, for the very first time, I got to know about one of the very popular professor in my days. Okay, at this moment also, his name is Professor Anant Agrawal. Okay, he is a professor at MIT in ECS department. Okay, at MIT, and his course was on circuit and electronics, right? And that course code was 6002, right? So the very first time on YouTube channel only, like on YouTube, okay, I was just randomly watching his video, and I got a playlist, right? So I completely watched his video, and in fact I referred his book as well in my initial days during when I was in fifth semester, right? But and the thing, whatever I was learning, I used to replicate to my colleagues. Okay, so my colleague used to get wondered how Dheeraj is able to teach these things. But I was not open to tell anybody that I am following these professors. Okay, so this is the first name in my list, the Professor Anant Agrawal. Okay, he is a founder of edX. I think many of you might be familiar with edX platform. Okay, which is MOOC. Okay, that is massive online course platform, right? MOOC we call it. So you might have seen his talks, and he's a graduate from IIT Madras, and he did his PhD from Stanford, right? So and now he's currently a professor at MIT, United States, right? So that was my first course that I went through, and I was so excited, and okay, because of that course I got passion uh, you know learning circuits, right? But those days I was just 18-year-old, right? 18 to 19-year-old, you can say. uh, then uh, then I in India, there is a boon for every engineer, right? That is nothing but NPTEL, right? So those days NPTEL was one of the um, at this moment also that was the boon for us. So how did I come to know about NPTEL? One of the guy was there, like one of the you can say so-called professor at our college, right? They were not actual professor, but yeah, that was the turning point. One guy was there. He was new joiner. Like he joined at our college wherever I studied, right? I'm not gonna tell you the name of the college where I studied, but yeah, in my city, Riva only, you can say. So that guy came from Bhopal, right? And he came and he talked about couple of things, right? He talked about do you know about Wikipedia? And we were not familiar with Wikipedia also those days, right? So he said that if you have any sort of doubt, you guys can follow Wikipedia, right? And one more thing he told us was NPTEL. And my habit was, if someone is giving a talk, right, I used to note down everything. Okay, that was my habit from the very beginning. Though I was not intelligent enough, I was not so brilliant guy in my class. Below average, I was, right, you can say. I mean, not okay. I don't want to tell that what was my status in my college, but yeah, I nobody talks about his brilliance, right? Yes. So those days I was not good at studies, understand? So, but I was not in a position to give up anything, right? During pandemic I haven't given up. So those days, and my name is Dheeraj as well, right? Lot of patience is there. So he told us about NPTEL, and I came back to my home, and then I had some small mobile handset, okay, like Nokia, and then I started searching on that Nokia keypad mobile phone regarding NPTEL, and I got to see, yes. Then I found the very first video session. His the professor name was S.C. Datta Roy, Professor S.C. Datta Roy. He was a professor at IIT Delhi, and I found his classes on circuits and systems. Circuit theory, right? It was circuit theory basically. So these are the two professor. Okay, so I got fascinated with the circuit. I watched his lecture also completely. Then I found his another lecture on signal and system. Then I found his another lecture on analog electronics. So Professor S.C. Datta Roy was great. Okay, and in fact I still remember him. Okay, despite he's retired now, he might be, uh, you know, uh, okay. So I never got a chance to meet, but yeah. Then after 2013, I started, like I started exploring more and more. Okay, after 2012, not 2013, 2012 only, I started, like I got to see uh, Professor Alan V. Oppenheim, for signal and system, right? But I'm right now answering, questions for circuit related professors only, right? So first is Anant Agrawal, second was Siddhartha Roy, and third is I think many of you might be familiar those two professors. Okay, their name is one name is Professor Pawan Santi at IIT Madras. He's well-known professor for analog circuit design, and Nagin Krishnapura, right? Nagin Krishnapura is very popular for basic electrical engineering as well as analog circuit design. So in fact, during pandemic, before the pandemic, when I was offline educator, right? So I had got chance to interact on phone also, via LinkedIn. Understand? So in fact, I'm also planning to catch up next year. Okay, I have a plan, but I never share. Okay, and currently we are in touch also on WhatsApp, right? So though I don't talk much because I have a lot of respect. In fact, I feel what to talk, right? With a such a esteemed professor having a great deal of knowledge. But yeah, during any festival like Holi, Diwali, I just send my wishes and I get back the wishes and all. So four professor I named, right? Let us keep aside Alan B. Oppenheim, though we can't keep aside because signal plays an important role, right? So first is Anant Agrawal, Professor Anant Agrawal at MIT, and second is Siddhartha Roy, and third is Professor Pawan Santi, fourth is Professor Nagin Krishnapura, okay, and yes, and then one of the professor, I think you guys might be familiar. His book is very popular. Okay, and he's a professor at UC Berkeley. His name is Behzad Razavi. I believe everybody might be familiar. He has two analog books. Okay, analog IC design and fundamental of microelectronics. So his his book I have gone through entirely, and yeah, I was fascinated the way he approaches to the circuit, right? So the way he talks about circuits and create passion and create enthusiasm into the students. Okay, anybody can get excited when you will get through his book and go through his book. Understand? And then one more professor I just want to discuss. His name is Ali Hazimeri. Okay, and one more professor, he recently joined IIT Bombay. I believe during pandemic only or before pandemic. Okay, it's been around. I'm not sure how many years, but yeah, his name is Professor Rajesh Jele. During pandemic, he used to upload some video on his YouTube channel. I believe on his name YouTube channel. So I got to see his lecture as well. So these are the some professors, right, whom I followed. Okay, so I'm telling you all these professors' names so that after watching my lectures, after learning from me, right, you guys have to go beyond learning, right? So if you want to, increase your knowledge and your learning should get steeper and steeper and steeper, so you have to follow these professors, right? So let me go from the back now. So the first name I would like to say here is Professor Pawan Santi. You have to watch the lecture of Professor Pawan Santi, right? And then Nagin Krishnapura, Professor Nagin Krishnapura, okay. And then you have to watch lectures of Behzad Razavi, okay. You have to watch lectures of Ali Hazimiri, right? And you have to also follow Professor Anant Agrawal, right? You guys can follow, okay. No problem is there, okay. Everything is free on YouTube, okay. So, for Indian students, NPTEL is one of the boon for Indian engineers, right? And my journey began with the NPTEL only. So I'm not gonna share much detail, but yeah, in other series of talks, I will be sharing all these things. So these are my favorite professors for circuits and analogs. Okay, for basic electrical circuits as well as analog circuit design. And in the next video, in other video session, I will be talking about devices, my favorite professors on devices, and some of the professors whom like I have followed their video lectures. I have met also personally, and I have talked also, have a had little discussion, you can say half an hour conversation with them. I believe now they might have forgotten because it's been around 7 years, right? In the year of 2017, one of the professor I met at Indian Institute of Science. So in the lab in itself, during my IEEE conference, so I had a conversation with him. He's a great professor. So I will tell his name as well in my next talk. So this was my main objective of this video. Okay. So I'm just going to announce, the dates when I'm going to start all these activities on YouTube for basic electrical circuit as well as analog circuit. So you guys can also tell me on comment box that, yeah, these are the list, that list which I am sharing with you, my favorite professor list. Do they belong from your list also or not, right? I believe everybody might be following these professors and they are really amazing. In fact, my father is 54-year-old, right? And Professor Santi also might be is nearly 50 to 51-year-old, right? So you can see, but still they are like, you know and I have went through their profile, I have gone through their Wikipedia. In fact, Pawan Santi profile, Professor Pawan Santi profile is also on Wikipedia. So he did his BTech from IIT Madras, and then he did PhD from Columbia University. And his PhD advisor was Yanis Sibdis. I believe many of you might be familiar with Yanis Sibdis, those who are crazy about okay, MOSFETs and all, right? So Yanis Sibdis was their, advisor for both, like, for Nagin Krishnapura, Professor Nagin Krishnapura, as well as Professor Pawan Santi. Okay. So in one of the videos, I will also tell you my journey from where did I start. Okay. Who was that guy who gave me a kind of hope that I can do something in my life. And when I was in final year, and I met him also. Okay. So I will be also telling you about that name, and I will tag him also on LinkedIn. Okay. Because I'm just waiting for some moments, right? And I want to mention everybody's, right? So this was, I don't want to make this video very lengthy. Already it's been 17 minutes, right? So stay tuned, okay, and keep your eye on on community post of my YouTube channel, right? And keep sharing this YouTube channel among everyone. So these are my name. Again, let me remind you at the end of the video, Professor Pawan Santi, Professor Nagin Krishnapura, and Professor Behjad Rajabi, UC Berkeley, okay, and Professor Anant Agrawal, SC Datta Roy, okay, and Ali Hajimeri, right? So these are the professors that I followed, okay, from the past 10 years. Okay, so you can imagine the amount of knowledge I gained, and still I'm learning. If you are a circuit design, like if you are talking about circuit, right? Circuit has no end, right? You have to keep learning, okay? You have to keep bringing some kind of secrets how to handle circuits. So I'm just going to share all my secrets, right? Whatever I have learned from them. And I will take some of the question from gate as well, and I'm just going to solve them in few seconds. Okay, so you will see that, oh my god, what Sir Dheeraj sir has done. I am sure that you guys might be solving that question in 10 minutes or 20 minutes, or you can say 5 to 10 minutes, but I will be solving in just a blink of your eyes in 10 minutes. So not 10 minutes, 10 seconds, right? So okay, I'm very excited. I hope you might also be excited. So let's catch up in the next video. Thank you.